to a special edition of Royal Talks. And today we have, on this beautiful Winter Solstice day, we have a special guest, Cecilia Sharma of Kriya Healing. And she is a dear friend of mine, really somebody super special. We met many years ago during an event for healers and for therapists upstate in Omega Institute with attending a Dr. Brian Weiss event for regression therapy. Oh, here she is. Good morning, Cecilia.
What a joy, what a joy, what a joy.
Oh,
Good morning, you all. Good morning, dear friends. What a joy to be together. Oh, thank you for inviting me. It's truly so special.
The invitation, our doors are always open for you, your family, for your friends, always, always. I think you have to back up a little bit. Can you just back up a little bit, your seat? Because I only see half. Yeah, I see only half of you. Maybe there you go.
Can you see me now? Can you see me now?
Now yes. I see your whole face. I only saw part of your face.
No. Can you see me now?
Perfect.
Okay,
it's perfect.
Great.
Perfect. So I was telling our friends here on Royal Talks of when the first time that we met.
Yes.
And it was many years ago when we attended an event for regression therapy for all healers with Dr. Brian Weiss.
Yes.
And I remember being called up on stage and I was speaking, and then I looked out in the audience, and this must have been the fourth day or even maybe, and all of a sudden I see this ray of light, and I look over and really, like, the light, it was you and your husband. The light around you was so bright. And later that evening, because there were over 200 people there, right? It was many people. Yes. There was an event with the Wounded Warrior Project, with the soldiers that, the men, they come every single year. It's a very beautiful organization.
Yes.
And I remember I was doing some healing work, and then you were doing some healing work. And then that evening, we ended up connecting at that event that the Wounded Warriors, what they were doing that evening. I think they had open mic. And we promised to stay in touch, but I don't think we even exchanged numbers until 2 days after, when we went to a special event in Harlem, New York, and with Dr. Weiss's daughter, a book signing. And since that moment, it was like kindred souls that connected. And you have played such an important part of my life, and the work that you and your husband do around the world, globally, truly is such a gift, not only for myself, but for all the people that, the lives that you touch.
You're very kind, Janet. Actually,
truly.
We are only serving the light, which is always available and just wants to shine. And channels are there, and if you are motivated by the love of seeing people free from suffering, the strong motivation of seeing that people finally can tap in that available peace, available light, and coming out of the terrible situations that we all go through. And so that is what pushes us. And through the teachings of our master, Paramahansa Yogananda, that you see here in the photo, author of Autobiography of a Yogi, we've been just serving, really serving. And then the light takes you and brings you here and there, and make you meet wonderful friends from past lives like you, and friends serving together in the world, especially now that there is so much need.
It certainly is. The world, has gone through a huge overhaul, and there are many people out there that feel that they are still in the dark. And this is such a special day that, it just happened, which is the solstice. And it's, solstice of 12, 21, 20, 21. It's really interesting with these numbers. You know, I'm a numerologist, so.
And we didn't plan. And we didn't plan.
We
When you
didn't
invited me, we
plan.
didn't think it's the solstice, is 21,
Not at all.
12, 20. We didn't think. So it's so perfect.
Not at all. And in numerological sense, the vibration of today in itself is all about healing the inner child, healing the essence of the true soul. And you can speak more about the winter solstice, you know, of the spiritual meaning of it and about light and everything. But on a numerological standpoint, number 3, the essence of today is all about, you know, the solar plexus of letting go of the control and trusting and surrendering into your divine path. But it's very challenging at times to surrender to your divine path when you feel that there's so much fear out there. There's so many restrictions. And when people from the outside, when they're looking into even our lives, they may think we have it all put together, but we are humans also, where our souls having these human experiences. And without people like you in my world, I have to say, of helping raise the vibration of the world, I wouldn't know how also to surrender. I had to go through my own trials and tribulations. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I want to let our viewers know that sometimes it's those little miracles, those little moments of joy that we have to really find so much gratitude in to allow the other light in. And this is what today is all about on a numerological standpoint, about gratitude.
Marvelous, marvelous, truly marvelous. You know, it's so important what you're saying. My master, which is one of the greatest incarnations of light, like the Buddha, like the Christ, and whatever names we give to the light when it incarnates, he used to say that negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative words are portals. Portals is a big word. It's not a door, it's not a gate, it's a portal to a field of energy which eats you. So it is crucial that we start to apply truly techniques, affirming what is not here, is not visible, is not here visibly, but is always here, which is the light. When you start to affirm the light with even like teasing the moment and saying everything is luminous, prosperous, it is abundant of joy, of health, of love, of peace. When you do that, you open another portal. To what? What is the solstice? So in this plan of existence where we all humans are, we are ruled by the law of duality. It is a matter of fact, whomsoever you are, even a master experiences duality when he's on the earth. So there is cold, there is warm, there is light, there is darkness, and so on and so forth. But mainly there is a current of consciousness which is uplifting, joyful, prosperous, luminous, and another current which is the opposite. So the point is that both of them are conscious, intelligent, and following a plan. So it is imperative in a time like this one not to attune yourself with the current of darkness, because it is a moment where there are emotions very strong, negative. And so if you only follow in distraction due to the difficulty of the moment, you enter in the magnetism, you are sucked in the magnetism of the darkness. A day like the solstice is a perfect image, because it's half and half. And it is the moment where it looks like the darkness is longer of light, because it's the darkest day of the year. But from today then, the light starts to become longer and longer. And this is actually what is always our reality. When we touch and experience darkness, it is the moment we must understand that the light is there. And it's a matter of tapping into the light. So how to tap in the light? Tapping in the light means that you follow those who have experience the light in a stable manner. There are marvelous teachings all over the world from different traditions. It is truly a time to ask the source of light to guide you, to find the right methods, the right ways, the right tricks to trick the darkness, literally. And you don't trick it with a hammer, by opening the gates to the light. Which gates? Your inner gates. What are the inner gates? Are the centers of energy within us. And we can start with very, very simple methods, which are words. Words. Simple methods like words. Affirming the light by telling. Affirming the light by talking about the light, by even only pronouncing the name light. And then we will go into a beautiful affirmation, in fact, that I learned from my master. Why words? Such a simple, I'm not telling you to start complicated yogic practices. Maybe you are new to that. But obviously that is the direction, to truly join yourself with the light, connect with the light and unify with the light. But the words that you use are vehicle to the consciousness of light. So even only saying, I am light. And in fact, there is a fabulous affirmation that I would like to do with you if you want right now. Very simple. I am light itself. Darkness was never meant for me. It can never hide the light of my soul. So I am light itself, but you have to do it with the conviction, with attention, with presence, not like, saying, well, let me check. It's to me in Italy, it's 5 p.m., 5:15 p.m. Well, let me see. No, you have to do it with presence, absolute presence, conviction. That energy, that conviction, that presence is a magnet. Is the magnet which calls the consciousness that you are affirming through the words that you are pronouncing. Isn't that fascinating, Janet?
It's very fascinating, and one thing that struck me also as you're speaking is, yes, of course, it's a, duality. In order to understand what true love is, we have to understand what betrayal is. In order to really appreciate healing, we have to actually have gone through certain suffering or have witnessed suffering. It's about feeling the physicality in all of the different layers. But it's interesting how you mentioned about tricking the light, where in my mindset, I feel that it's not about just tricking the light. It's about tricking the dark.
Tricking the darkness.
The dark, that's what I meant. It's not about tricking the dark. It's about embracing the dark, because we need that in order to actually elevate and to really appreciate ourselves. This year in itself was a very challenging year for me. Absolutely. On a personal level,
Everybody.
And so many, Everybody.
Yes.
And the appreciation that I have for the wisdom that I've learned, and of even connecting to the essence of people's souls, that it just seemed when there's fear and there's dark out there, that people become robotic and people no longer feel, they distrust their own intuition. And I think when we embrace the darkness, in a sense, of our doubt and our fear, knowing that it's there, then I think then we can be more accepting that and start trusting in the light. Because years ago, when that first concept of light came into my life, I was studying at the Kabbalah Center 25 years ago. I can't believe it's been 25 years ago. And they were all speaking about light. And I wasn't brought up religious at all, because this is for all religions. This is about the energy.
It's an experience of truth. The truth is light.
Truth
Whomsoever
is light.
You are, wherever, from whatever background you come, religious, not religious. We have our prisoners. I work as a service, as a volunteering service. We bring healing and meditation in prisons. They see the light. When we do the programs, they see the light. They have strong experiences of light. That light transforms you. But definitely you have to have had the experience of darkness, the experience of all the effects of darkness, to appreciate the light and to want the light. It is made mathematically. Human incarnation is mathematically made so that we experience darkness in order to turn our deep inner side towards the light. You need to experience dark to definitely badly wanting the light. It's a matter of fact. It's like that. This is how it's organized. Or we would remain plain again and again and again and again. Still one darkness here, one pain here. But then when you touch the experience of darkness, like a year like this one, then truly you say, enough. Enough.
Yeah.
Enough. Lift me up. Shine within me. Shine outside. Shine. Show me. Reveal thyself.
Gracefully. Reveal thyself gracefully. Because when it reveals itself, sometimes it's blinding, you know, and you know, light in itself is the energy of, in my definition, of love, of your own truth,
absolutely,
of nurture, of community. And in this day of this special day of the winter solstice, we're so honored to have you here. Would you be able to explain, you know, because I was going to do an introduction, which your podcast is actually going to come out next week, but I was going to do an introduction, and I don't think my intro about you would ever do it justice. But can you explain to our audience of the type of work of that you do, that you and your husband, Vivek, do globally?
Yes. So the work we do is a very simple service truly to the light. Mainly, we are talking about vibrational healing. Vibrational healing is allowing a catalyzation of, in fact, light, which is love, which is divine information of wisdom. Divine means beyond yourself. Means touching the source of wisdom, of health, of love, of joy, of peace, of light. So catalyzing that, how? Through our hands. Mm-hmm. And so there are methods from our master. Then we have been trained also by Dr. Eric Pearl in reconnective healing. But you know, we have been truly trained for 16 years by a direct disciple of Paramahansa Yogananda, Swami Kriyananda. So when you are in that energy, you are magnetized. And when you deeply want to serve, something happens. So through the hands without touch and through sound. So we become catalysts of energy, which is love, light, peace, calmness, information. And when that energy is catalyzed, it goes to work in the electromagnetic field of the person, in which her history, his history is translated. Her consciousness, her mind, her heart, her body is actually an electromagnetic field, which is met by the energy that we catalyze, and there is an osmotic process. And you're going to experience, we are going to do a healing session now. There is an osmotic process, a harmonization process. And in that harmonization process, which is beyond words, beyond reasoning, the person heals. Why? Because you get harmonized. You are recalled from the depths of your being in what your being is. And your being is perfect harmony. Your being is perfect light. It's perfect joy. That's how it works, even as I said, with prisoners. And we are all prisoners. We all are in life sentence cages, because we, until reopen the gates to the light consciously, because of suffering, we are going to be prisoners of old thought patterns, known and unknown to us. Old memories, painful memories, ours, inherited in our DNA. The epigenetic explains that. And old convictions, old habits, which are like cords, holding us in what? In a field closed to the permanently shining rays of grace. That grace is the intelligence of the current of light, which wants to enter and truly heal you deeply, to make you shine in the fullness of what you are. And you means me, each one is only infinite love, infinite joy, ever new and unaffectable, unending, immutable, always present, always new. So this is it. This is what we do. And so before COVID, we were traveling all over the world every week, and in one country or another. Now it's mainly online, and still we do still retreats in Italy. And now my husband actually is in India. And then we do a lot and lot of private healing sessions.
Yes.
Group healings, online, private healings, again, without even the need of a video, because energy has an infinite power of projection. So even you now, you will receive, even if I don't see you, even if I don't know who is here, there are 161 people. What a joy. God bless you. What a great joy. So, you know, this is our work, and it's very intense. It's every day, lots of studying in order to see what more to offer. So now we are going to work with the wounds of women. Janet, I haven't told you. I'm going to do a retreat only for women to help them healing from their deep wounds. So there is so much feminine hurt.
Yes. That's so
much.
crazy. I'm doing the same. This is so.
It means there is a call. It means
Yes.
there is we have heard,
I'm doing
we have
the
felt
same.
the call. We have
Wow.
felt the call. So finally, it's a time of healing from all that hurt feminine. So lots of, we don't need to mention, isn't it? Yes.
Correct.
So that is the next one. That is the next retreat that I'm going to do at the beginning of March. And then the healing of the heart. That is before that for Switzerland and in Italy. So, you know, mainly the heart is the great gate that needs to be healed.
Correct.
Because in that there is the massive quantity of energy which has been trapped into eons of suffering, known and unknown to you, which is all caged there. All caged there, known and unknown to you. It's like a gas pushing to be helped to go out, no? But if you don't know how, so that's why it's imperative affirming the life, meditating, breathing, learning to breathe consciously. That will put you in connection with aspects of you that you don't even know being there, and you allow deep healings. In fact, now we will start. We have 6 minutes.
It's okay. That's all right. It's okay. We're good. We're good.
So, dear friends, it's so important to find a way to allow this transmutation of that compressed energy in which your suffering is manifested. I'm sure everybody's understanding what I'm saying.
Yes, and I'll explain on a different standpoint. It's when you heal the heart, and whenever I do any healing work as well, the first thing is healing the heart, so one can get reacquainted with themselves. And when you get reacquainted with yourselves, then all the rest of the organs automatically, as vibrational beings, our cells, our molecules, we're all comprised of all different atoms, and yours is unique to you, mine is unique to me. And as frequency beings, as sound current, there are different octaves, and different octaves are like these little keys that can open up and unlock different healing things within us of whatever we need in the moment. And another thing, Mariama said, we understand.
Yes, I can see that. I'm so happy. And you know, Janet, and you know, Janet, what you say is so important, because the heart has a brain, which is the most powerful brain in our being, which is constantly communicating with the neuronal brain and with the enteric brain, means our intestines, not only. But our heart, now these are all discoveries of the neurocardiology, so these are all scientific discoveries. This is part of my recent deep studies about healing the heart. So your heart is able to transmute the brain, the neurological brain of other people. So it affects the neurological brain of other people. What does it mean? That the condition of our heart is also a social responsibility.
Yes.
Social responsibility, because your heart affects the brain of other people. So healing the heart is crucial. It's crucial to be aware that you have a heart which is a world, which needs attention. And classically, we silence that. We
Me
silence.
too.
We do not listen because it's so fearful to listen to that, because it has the pains of ourselves, our families, our mothers, grandmothers, our fathers, of the place where we were born. It's unbelievable, but it's possible to heal it. This is such joy to know. This is the great news. We are meant to be happy. We are meant to be the joy that we are. So our work is helping that joy to reblossom, literally.
Beautiful. So from my heart, and this is when we look at others and we say, wow, what a beautiful heart they have. What a beautiful soul that they are. So from my beautiful heart, from Mariama and Kristen and everybody here on Raw Real Talks, from our beautiful hearts to your beautiful hearts, will you please share now this, let's segue into the healing aspect.
Yes.
And don't worry about the timing. Finish whenever you finish.
Do you have 10 minutes, dear friends? Do you have 10 minutes? I hope you can have 10 minutes.
We all have 10 minutes. Know, and because it's you, we'll have, a billion minutes.
So we are going to be
infinite.
Yes. So dear friends, so just if you want, you close your eyes. If you don't want, you don't close your eyes. But if you want, close your eyes and remain as you are. Or if you want, you can lie down, as you prefer. But we are, yes, Kristen. So we are starting right now. Whatever happens, even if you feel a big pain, even physical pain, remain there. If you feel that you cannot move with your arms, your legs, don't worry, everything will be fine the moment I finish or during the session itself. If you feel to cry. If you fall asleep, it's all right. So just let's start. I'm starting right now. It's without any words. Oh. Slowly, slowly, you can perceive yourself by taking a slow, deep, sacred breath with your nose, a breath of light, inhaling light deeply, profoundly, in all your cellular system, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, releasing out anything that is not light, and feeling a deep sense of gratitude, rediscovering yourself as someone who is deeply, deeply loved, deeply, deeply loved, and as someone who is infinite love itself. And then lifting for a moment your eyes at the point between the eyebrows, closed eyes. Repeat without moving your tongue, without moving your lips. You repeat there, I am light itself. Darkness was never meant for me. It can never cover the light of my soul. Om, 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 Om.
Thank you. You are a true gift. You are an angel on earth. Thank you for all that you do.
It's a great joy.
Thank you.
I hope that all the dear friends who are here could feel deeply all the beautiful. I felt profound bliss. I hope that people could truly feel touched and know that the energy will keep on working.
Yes.
I know there is no time, but obviously I would be very happy to answer to any kind of question or to hear their sharing. Obviously I would be very happy, but it's...
Thank you very much. We're getting a lot of gratitude comments here. People are very pleased, very happy. In this kind of healing, it's something that it's transcendence. That's the way I can explain it. And it's when we finally silence our minds and allow our hearts to lead, where miracles can happen. And that's the work that you do. So thank you. And thank you. And if anyone wants to contact you or your husband,
Yes.
of Kriya Healing,
Yes.
I'll put the link in
Yes.
your bio.
Yes,
But,
absolutely. If you want to share, in fact, you can write me and sharing whatever you have perceived, felt, observed. It will be a great joy to read you and to answer as well. God bless you truly.
God bless you all.
Gratitude to me as well. Thank you, Janet.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
God bless you. Om,
God bless
Shanti.
you.
Shanti.
And we'll see you all next week on Raw Real Talks. Have a happy, beautiful week. Happy solstice. Happy holidays. And for those of you that would like to join next Tuesday evening, I'm going to do a special Zoom for St. Jude's organization. All proceeds are going to go there, and it's to help you find your inner peace. It is my gift to this community. So you can find it in my bio on Instagram or on Raw Real Talks. Sign up, and we'll continue this work of finding our inner peace. You'll get a lot of tools of getting unstuck and beginning the year with a beautiful, clean heart, with so much love and gratitude. Thank you so much, Cecilia. Thank you, everyone.